Their building has been around since before the gold rush. Now they've struck a bit of gold themselves as the first South Dakota restaurant to ever win an Achievement of Excellence award from the American Culinary Federation. As we go along the way to Hill City to meet the folks behind the flavor of a small town, small business with a delicious reputation. If you stop at the corner of Main Street and Elm in Hill City, you'll see it. Like a mirage, almost as though its front porch is calling your name.
Our dinner menu is a bacon wrapped filet mignon, baked potato, Texas toast, and a wedge of lettuce with homemade ranch dressing.
It's a 30-plus year tradition that makes dinner decision-making easy. Just pick the size.
The 6-ounce and 9-ounce steak, large and larger.
Executive Chef Clark Braun has been here for 26 years.
Dessert, you got to have dessert. Have the 6-ounce steak so you have room for dessert, because that's what it's all about.
We call it Alpine style tiramisu, a little sweeter than most original tiramisus.
Even as owner, Monica Matouche still helps make the sweet treats. More on those in a moment. But first, a little light on a bright white plate, a sort of culinary crown jewel.
To be recognized by the ACF, especially at that level, is incredible. I've been in the ACF since '87, so normally the operations that get this award are usually country clubs in bigger places.
I think it says that there's been a lot of people that have worked here and put their heart and soul in here, not just owners, but employees, our chefs, everybody that's worked here has always put in 110%.
110%. The same odds that your mouth will water just looking at their desserts.
This dessert is Napoleon. This is probably one of our most popular desserts that we serve here.
Too many to talk about. Like this one, her mom's recipe, authentically German.
And this is a fresh raspberry tart. It's a German yellow cake, sweetened cream cheese, raspberries, and then a raspberry glaze on top of it.
But to glaze over the history of this old place would be like skipping dessert.
This is built in 1884, originally for executives of a tin mining company.
But as fate would have it, the Hills would not become known for tin.
They had the gold rush, and they said, forget Hill City, we're going to Deadwood. So they put this building up for sale, and a local family bought it, and they had it as a hotel restaurant.
Those would have perhaps been this building's only glory days, if not for Monica's German mother, who goes by the nickname Wally.
By the time we got it, it was in pretty sad shape, and it was really hungry for something. And my mom just bought it and did it.
100 years after it was originally built in 1884, it became home to the Alpine Inn in 1984, with Monica's mother's German touch everywhere.
Our menu is Schwäbisch, which is southern Germany. That's where my mother is from.
Items you can find on their lunch menu, which is just as elaborate as their dinner menu is simple.
Over 50 items on the lunch menu, so it's totally different than our night experience.
Monica bought the Alpine Inn from her mother 17 years ago. Wally's portrait hangs prominently in the front dining area.
And she still works here. I mean, she still is the matron saint here. We definitely don't ever step on her toes. What she wants, she gets.
Just like the customers here in this building's second set of glory days, punctuated by a bright white plate that no restaurant in this state has ever received before. If you've met someone cool along the way, please email or call us with your story ideas. Executive Chef Braun says the Alpine Inn has hosted an annual dinner with other area chefs for the past 16 years, raising a total of $80,000 for education in the culinary arts.